I'm Chalfant, and this is Chalfant TV.
타이트로
What's up everybody, I'm Chalfant and welcome to Chalfant TV. I'm an educator and school principal, and on this channel we dive deep into BTS. And I post videos at the same time every day. Starting on their birthdays, I've been diving deep into the members of BTS. And starting yesterday, I began diving into Yoongi. And yesterday's reaction was to Daeshita. And today's officially his birthday, and I'm going to dive into two of his songs from his Agust D mixtape, Agust D and The Last. It'll probably have 4 parts. I'm going to listen to both songs twice, get a vibe for both of the songs, but then also dive into the meaning of the songs as well. I'm going to start with Agust D. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have a feeling it's just about to just go really fast. It's got such a good flow. You know, I haven't gotten into the meaning yet, but I feel like the setting of that is kind of like a trailer. And knowing him, he's probably describing like his upbringing and where he's coming from and how he might describe himself as coming from nothing or even trash or something like that. Wow, it's on a trailer. And maybe this song is an introduction to the Agust D name. You know, I know the DT stands for where he's from, and obviously Suga backwards is the Agust part. You know, the creation of that name is obviously purposeful as well. And because it's backwards, I wonder if, you know, just backwards is purposeful, like looking backwards at your life, or in-depth look at yourself when you look back in time. So now I'm going to rewatch this music video with the closed captioning on.
1년에 오토마틱 팝 K-pop이란 카테고리 날 담기에는 사이트가 다른 왜 알았어 가고 싶다면 first class 계약해봐 my CD's business 넌 이코노미 평생 내 뒤지킬 sing my ass I'm open up before Brazil to New York shit 좀 없는 날 다소라 A to the G to the U to the S to D I'm the boy because I'm what I'm the 난 미친놈 비트 위에 lunatic level 다 홍콩을 보내는 마타 퇴근하라니 A to the G to the U to the S to D A to the G to
I didn't realize he was spelling that. Huge flex too. You know, while part of it I think is a flex, you know, I think his lyricism just comes from his experience, and his experience since joining BTS, you know, especially at the beginning was, you know, he left the underground scene and became an idol, and the views on that, and he's essentially just flexing and saying, I still got it. You know, the part where he's like, you're flying economy, I'm flying business, and you're behind me, so you're kissing my... You know what I love about Yoongi, and not just his background or his upbringing, but just how passionate his raps are, both from like the flow of how he raps, but also the lyrics and just like the feeling and the sound that I get from it as well. You know, it reminds me of Outro Tier, especially Hobie's part, where you can just feel it within that song. And obviously that song has a much deeper meaning when you realize that they were on the brink of disbanding in 2018. Now I'm going to listen and vibe out to Agust D's The Last.
잘 나가는 아이돌 래퍼 그 이면에 나 약한 자신이 있어 조금 위험해 우울증 강박대대로 다시금 도주 Hell no 어쩌면 그게 내 부모습일지도 몰라 damn 현실의 괴리감 이상가의 갈등 아프는 머리가.
So I've got to say already I feel surprised, you know, not just how different the song is, but that it's such a internalized song, you know, and it's more about his emotions and how he's feeling. And I guess I was just expecting some sort of upbeat, fast song.
자기 혐오와 다시 널로 와버린 우정 덕분에 이미 민연기는 죽었어 죽은 여자가 난가 비교하는 게 나의 일상이 돼버린 지 오래 정신까지 처음 간다 부모님이 올라와 같이 상담을 받았지 부모님만 날 잘 몰라 내 자신도 날 잘 몰라 그렇다면 누가 알까 친구 그 누구도 날 잘 몰라 의사 선생님이 내게 물었어.
So I feel like a song like this, you know, and putting his behind the scenes persona out there for everybody to see makes him so much more relatable to everybody and all of the mental health issues that are going around, especially during a pandemic too. It's just great.
I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck. 그딴 말들 전부 다 날간 날 숨기려 하는 말 지우고 그때그의 기억조차 나지 않는 너는 공연하는 날 사람들이 무서워 화장실에 숨어버린 나를 마주하던 나 그때 난 성공이다 보상할 줄 알았지 근데 말이야 시간이 지날수록 괴물이 된 기분이야 처음과 마지막은 나의 성공이란 괴물은 더 큰 부러워 내 무기였던 욕심이 때려날 집어삼키고 망치며 때려 목줄을 걸어 어떤 이들은 내 입을 틀어막으면서 낙하를 삼키라 해 I don't want that 그들은 내가 이 동산에 써나가길 원하는 shit 알겠으니까 제발 그만해.
You know, he was talking about being so in deep inside his head. You know, people say, you know, get out of your head, because sometimes when the thoughts are like that, you got to get out. You know, when you grow up in poverty and you have these dreams and there's this struggle just kind of to just get by, and then your dreams are coming true, and the impact that might have on like both self-esteem but also your mental health too, I can see that that's what he's getting at. That reminds me of that live performance. I think I had said that, you know, Yoongi was controlling the crowd and the effects he had. That reminds me of that line he just said. You can see and feel like the transition of Suga's feelings and his state of mind throughout that song. You know, the transition from where he was and like how down and depressed he was. And then, you know, that doesn't necessarily go away. It can sometimes be covered when you're like your financials change or you start reaching your goals and things like that. And it seemed like those things were changing, but it was still there. And he looks back and appreciates those hardships, I think. So now I'm going to listen to the last again.
잘 나가는 아이돌 래퍼 그 이면에 나 약한 자신이 있어 조금 위험해 우울증 감각대로 다시금 도주 Hell no 어쩌면 그게 내 모습일지도 몰라 damn 현실의 괴리감 이상가의 갈등 아픈 머리가 땡기피증이 생겨버린 게 18살쯤 그래 그때쯤 내 정신을 점점 모욕돼 가끔씩 나도 내가 무서워 자기 혐오와 다시 놀러 와버린 우울증 덕분에 이미 민연기는 죽었어 죽은 녀석과 난가 비교하는 게 나의 일상이 돼버린 지연의 정신까지 처음 간다 부모님이 올라와 같이 상담을 받았지 부모님만 날 잘 모르 내 자신도 날 잘 모르 그렇다면 누가 알까 친구
There is that struggle that they always talk about BTS, I mean, you know, with knowing yourself and then, you know, loving yourself and speaking yourself, and it can be such a long process, especially if you don't have a good sense of who you are.
I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck 그딴 말들 전부 다 날 숨기려 하는 말 지우고 그때 그래 기억조차 나지 않는 너는 공연하는 날 사람들의 무서워 화장실에 숨어버린 나를 마주하던 나 그때 난 성공이 다 보상할 줄 알았지 근데 말이야 시간이 지날수록 괴물이 된 기분이야 처음과 마박은 나의 성공이란 괴물은 더큰 부러워 내 무기였던 욕심을 때려날 집어 삼키고 망치면 때려 목줄을 걸어 어떤 이들은 내 입을 틀어 막으면서 낙관을 삼키려 해 I don't want that 그들은 내가 이 동산에서 나가길 원하는 shit 알겠으니까 제발 그만해 이 모든 일들의 근원은 나니까 나 스스로 그만둘게 내 불행이 니들의 행복이라면 기꺼이 불행해줄게 증오의 대상이 나라면 기어틴에 올라서 줄게
And then the transition of the mindset.
상상만 하는 것이 현실이 돼 어리적 고민해도 나 뱉고 랑두명 앞에 공연하던 족밥이 젠더 코덤이 내 과배 한번 사는 듯 누구보다 화끈하게 대접 사는 건 아무나 해 My friend, my homie, my friend 걱정 말게 나 이제 정말 괜찮아져 내 본질은 부정했던 게 숫자라 내 두손 아이돌 부정은 나는 수차례 정신을 파고들던 머리 방황의 끝점 답은 없어 내 바라보았다고 생각했던 자존심이 이제 나의 자긍심 팬들아 떳떳이 고개 들게 누가 나만큼은 페이커에서 롤렉스 아시에서 태조네 버스 타번에 끄덕거리는 수만 명들의 고개 쇼미더머니 못한 게 아니라 안 한 거라고 shit 우리 팔아먹던 너는 안 한 게 아니라 못한 거라고 shit 내 창작의 뿌리는 하나 세상 내 말씀만 똑똑같이 따봐줘 화장실 바닥에서 잠을 정하는 그땐 이제 내게 추억이네 맨날 알바중 내던 사고 덕분에 시발 박살이 났던 어제 우연찮고 했던 내 앞에 너네가 누구 앞에서 고생을 쳐들어내 쉐이크에서 롤렉스 낚시에서 최소네 서치 타번에 끄덕거리는 수만 명들의 고개 아니 나나 똑똑히 나를 봐 우리 팔아먹던 너네 나는 게 아니라 못한 거라고 shit
You know, I view that song as less of a flex, kind of like just a relatable song, you know, to others that are listening. Like, hey, I wasn't an idol, you know, I wasn't born this way. That this is like my childhood dream and I'm finally here. It's just crazy to think about. So I'm glad I dove into those and listened to them. I was debating whether or not to have like a third part in this video and it be Tony Montana, but there looks to be some live performances, and while I'm all about having these hour-long reactions, I think I might just space it out a little bit as well. It's good. I feel like I'm learning more about Yoongi as an artist and just how he expresses himself. I think I already had a little bit of a sense of that, but similar to Hobie, I can see how different his songs sound as well, which I think is good in a lot of ways as a listener, and especially as someone who hasn't listened to his mixtapes or his solo tracks. You know, you never know what you're going to get, and that's a great thing. So I think with so many solo tracks, his 2 mixtapes, and just so much more information, I'll probably be diving into him for more than a month, and I'll spread some things out. I'll include some other things. I'll likely get into some collaborations that I just haven't gotten into, and probably some BTS stuff as well. So if you're still here with me, go ahead and crush that like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so that you're alerted to when new videos come out. Thanks for joining me. I'm Chalfant, and this is Chalfant TV. And as Jimin says, you nice, keep going.